What up, though? Hold on, let me switch some things out real quick, y'all. I'm gonna switch my headphones between, um, switch the input. All right. Yeah, what's going on, y'all? So I appreciate everybody tuning in to the stream. Everybody who knew, everybody who here. Oh shit, what up, Charlie? But we gonna get straight into this because this is the Buddha Man, as people know, and the Buddha Man, nigga, the Buddha Man don't play. So because the Buddha Man don't play, I want to know what, after doing all of this time, because I think when I was like a junior in high school or a sophomore, it was a sophomore in high school. That's when I found out who Fleece Johnson was. This it right here. No, ain't no fucking way.
But when Lockup visited Kentucky State Penitentiary, we met Fleece Johnson, a longtime inmate who practices a very different kind of homosexuality.
But we have sexual desires, right? So you got a bunch of men locked up in one place. All of them get hard. All of them's horny. All of them got sexual desires. So what are they gonna do? You won't let them have a woman. They gonna have each of somebody's gonna have to give us some booty. And it's just that simple.
The most memorable story that Fleece told us was about the place and importance that booty has in a maximum security penitentiary. And he went on about it and on about it.
In his prison, booty was more important than food. Booty, a man's butt. It was more important. I'm serious. It was more booty, having some booty was more important than drinking water, man.
No, bro.
I like booty.
Tell our crew how he used to satisfy his sexual desires, especially during the 1970s and 80s, when he was most active and prison security was more lax.
When I see one and he looks good to me, when I go see him, I say, you come here. I say, I'm telling you what, I like you, and I want you. And we can do it the easy way or the hard way. So the choice is yours, right? And it was always yes.
Johnson also had a warning for the new generation of inmates. They might be asking for trouble from old-timers.
You know, they got this thing where they sag their pants past their butt. It's a style. They call it some sort of gangster style. You know, it's sexy to us, right? And see, but they weren't prepared for this, right? So you sag your pants in her, man, somebody be up in your butt, you know? And it's just that simple.
Johnson even let the lockup crew know that when he was in his prime, they wouldn't be safe from his advances either.
If y'all had been in her back then in them days, and as much as I like booty, I'd probably felt one of y'all butts. And y'all was walking past me and dared you to say something. I'm not no shame in my game. This is nothing that I'm ashamed to admit. I am what I am.
I'm a warrior,
you know, so let that be known. I'm a warrior.
Hold on, I just got out of the shower. There's some juice on the table.
Take your time.
You explain to me what you're doing here?
I came looking for booty.
You came looking for sex with an underage boy?
Oh, no, I ain't come looking for no little boys. I ain't got no milk, no cookies, nothing. I came looking for man's butt.
A man's butt? Excuse me?
Oh, I know who you are, Chris Hansen. But see, I calls you Chris Handsome. I watch your TV show all the time. So you can go ahead and bring them cameras and them police is waiting outside. It don't make me no difference. Now, I tell you what, I like you and I want you. Now we can do this the easy way or we can do it the hard way. The choice is yours.
Well, I don't think you and I will be doing anything any kind of way.
Okay, I see you choosing the hard way.
Okay, cut. This isn't working. Someone get this guy out.
Don't make me ruin that bike, Chris. I'm a warrior.
Okay, all right, my nigga. All right, let's get straight to the interviews.
And we just gonna wrap today. Hey, how you doing, Fleece?
Doing all right.
Everything all right with you?
So
So far?
yeah.
I'm glad you're here. Man, let's get right into it. Man, what was the young Fleece like? When did you get started? Where was you born? And tell us a little bit about your childhood.
Well, I was born in Louisville, Kentucky, west end of Louisville. Project called Southwood. Works as most violent project.
He ain't got no teeth in his mouth.
And I live right across the street from the school. Duval.
Yeah, my parents went to Duval. What about when did the Menace come out? Because you got started pretty early.
Yeah, my
Menace
came out. Yeah, early. I said I was about 12 when it came out.
What was your first crime?
Well, my first crime was stealing a car.
At 12?
Yeah.
Wow. You wasn't playing.
No, I wasn't. And I used to steal cars. I had a little gang. And we steal cars and we go mess with the police. I drive right up to the parking lot. When they change shift, run into one of them, cuss and make them chase us. And we had a position where we would take them through the alley to initiate to get in our gang. You would have to do this, bring the police through the alley, we'd be sitting on the cut. And when we see your car jump up out of the alley, we know they right in the back of you. So when they come out of the alley, we'll hit them, flip their cars and shit. So this went on for quite a while, man. The police caught all my little gang members, and they all told on me. And so now they want to get me. So, but they could never catch me because I was too good. At least I thought it was, right? And then one night on 34th Street, they blocked the whole street out in just a horseshoe, right? And they got 30, 40 police cars out there, and all of them just opened up, start shooting.
Wow.
And they thought they killed me. And the ambulance was already there, and the people in the projects came out, they heard all the gunshots and stuff. So the police told me, he said, if you went for your nigga friend, we would kill you back there. So I spit on him in the back of the police car. Well, he went for his gun, and the other police that was grabbing took his hand off the steering wheel to try to stop him. And we on Broadway, and the car's going like that. And so they called back up, and they took me out of there and put me in another police car, right? Well, I went to the children's detention at the time.
Was it JCYC?
No.
It wasn't?
No, just children's center. That's what they call it. And my mom could have got me out that same day, but she said she's gonna let me stay there for the night. So the next day we get out. So the Pure Journal newspaper, the leading newspaper in Kentucky, mainly, they put that on the front page at shooting right there. So we could have got some money over there. But my daddy, he wants to go up to the police station, tell him that he ain't gonna file no lawsuit, that he taught me a lesson, and all that. He was just talking stupid, and I just got up and ran up out of the little office room, came outside, two police was talking, and one of them's car was stolen, and I jumped and stole it right there in the mud, right? Stole the police car, right?
Right.
And I'm known for doing a lot of stuff, and I started carrying pistols when I was 13. Two of them, 45, nickel plated. I had twins. And so I robbed everybody. I robbed crack gangs, dope fiends, prostitutes, beggars, sisters, you name it. I was noted for it. I was the most feared young person in the world at that time. You know, and I ain't have no fear of the police, right? And as a matter of fact, another thing they documented, I had a cousin called John Sanders. And in the project of Colin Holmes, I'm driving through there in a stolen car. They got him spread eagle on the ground like this, you know, making it, you know, shameful. I got out of the car and drew on the police, took their weapons, got my cousin up out of the street, and we took off. That's the type of person I was, right? So I was such a menace that when they finally caught up to me, they said, we're gonna send him to the penitentiary. You know, I got locked up for 16 robberies, 8 shooting and wounds in a contest. So in a plea agreement, I took 12 years.
At 16 years old.
No, I was 15.
At 15.
Yeah, I was 15, and they sent me to the penitentiary. Even though back then, they had a law back then that juvenile can't go to adult prison, they sent me. They said, fuck that law, they sent me. So,
What's up? Fuck that law.
when I get to prison, the same newspaper, Courier Journal, they came down to interview me my first day there. The headline read, 16-year-old prisoner wants to get out and go straight. That's the headline. So, and they still got that headline in the Courier Journal. I had a friend that she had to pay $15, $20 to get it, you know, but they still got it on file. So, when I hit prison, you know, I see a lot of people out and robbed and stuff, and they talking shit. Oh, it's just gonna be a good day. Look who they just brought in. But what they didn't realize, I had 2 brothers locked up, 2 cousins, and a handful of these die-hard gangster niggas, you know.
Yeah.
So I started fighting down there, and my brother, they run all up to my brother, tell your little brother this and that, before we hurt him, my brother, like, you ain't gonna do shit to him, you know. And so I fought and fought. And they had this dude down there named Reggie. Big old, I'm talking about, you know, back then they was wearing afros. This motherfucker had a big ass chest. His chest was so big that he can put a canned good on his chest and level it. It stuck out so far.
What up, Venom?
You know, and every time I go take a shower, this nigga would come in the shower behind me. All them muscles and all that shit. I ain't have no muscles, you know. And he used to stare at me, you know, I look over at him, this nigga was washing up, staring right at me. So I'm like, you know, I tell my little partners and shit, what's up with this nigga? Keep staring at me and shit, right?
How old are you at this time?
Bro, what the fuck?
Wow.
This nigga here is in his 30s. You
30s.
know, and I'm a child, you know, and I guess he thought he had some fresh meat, you know. So one day, you know, this went on and on. I ain't never said nothing to him about it. To be truthful, I was sort of like afraid of this nigga. For this nigga was this huge, man. I just said, God damn, I can't do nothing with this nigga, man. Just ignoring, right? But one day he came out of the shower and brushed against me naked and said, excuse me. But I know the nigga did it on purpose, right? So I said, okay, that's it.
Okay, so the nigga brushed up
they had
against you.
glass paint jobs that they sold in inmates out of commissary. So I went back there and took a paint job, dumped the shit out and broke it. I come back in that motherfucking bathroom. He said he was going to the store that day and asked me if he could pick
Hold on.
me something up from the store. Nigga, you don't know me like that.
Right.
So I already know what you done already brushed up against me naked.
Yeah.
I felt the goddamn dick hit my side of my leg. Right?
Yeah.
All that excuse me shit. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
I took that motherfucking tank guy and I cut the fuck out of this nigga.
What?
This nigga ran and I'm right in back of him, cutting him, slicing him, everything. When I broke the glass, it had points on it.
Damn.
And yeah. And so because I did that, the guards and the administration back in, they said, look, you think you a tough little son of a bitch. We gonna send you somewhere, motherfucker. And we gonna see how tough you are. So they sent me to Eddyville, the maximum security prison.
Now, my homeboy told me about Eddyville is one of the worst prisons down south. It's literally tasked, it's on a list, it's one of the worst prisons down south. And this nigga was there, and he's still living. Yes, this is Fleece Johnson. This nigga ain't got no teeth in his mouth.
Eddyville.
Yeah, when I get down, here's what got me about that prison. When I come on the yard now, I'm 17, all these people there is in their 40s and 50s and 30s. I'm a child, all these young child in there. Man, I was walking across the loop going towards the property room. I see all these motherfuckers laying out kissing and shit, right? And back then, Eddyville didn't have a dress code. We could wear our own clothes then. The sisters can come out with thongs and bikinis and panties and all this shit, you know. And motherfuckers were laying around kissing and shit. So I'm like, what the fuck they got me at? You know. And so everybody staring at me and I kept hearing the word nigga, nigga this, nigga that. I said, man, all these blacks down here, they tolerating this shit. I said, man, the first time one of them called me a nigga, I'm gonna show them what type of nigga I really am. I'm a badass nigga, you know. And so I ignored it. And the second day, I get in the fight right there in the kitchen. They had some old bullshit out that can't nobody eat cheese. If you eat cheese, you a rat. They had that bullshit out there, and people come through the dining hall. They have hamburgers on. You know, put cheese on. When nobody get the cheese. So I told the man, I said, I ain't know nothing about this shit. So I said, can I get some cheese? He gave me a whole block of it. He said, yes, you can. So when I set it at the table, my friend from LaGrange, the other prison, he said, man, get that off your table, man. You eat that shit, everybody gonna think you're a red. I said, fuck him.
Fuck him.
I mean, what the fuck I want to eat.
I know that's right.
Call me that.
Talk your shit, Fleece.
And I heard that table. Somebody kept saying, vet. I said, who the fuck is saying that? A group of white man. Fucking right at me. And when I seen that vet come out of
That nigga said, who? He said, right. Who the fuck?
went over and just swung on the whole table. Everybody. So I went to the house. So the guards now thought this was gonna, like the white guards, they was racist. So they said, we're gonna put you back. You know, we went in front of the justice committee. They said, we're gonna let you out of the hole. And I guess they thought I wasn't gonna come back out. And yeah, I came out and it was an old black man. He said, I don't know who you are. I mind what you did. I'm too old to fight. He said, but take this. You don't need it. He gave me a butcher knife.
Oh, shit.
I took it, and I seen that same group of white boys that I swung on come down the step. I already know they coming from me, right? So I just took off.
Oh, yeah. I'm turn it up because I know it's hard to hear. My bad, y'all. My bad.
Running straight towards him with the knife in my hand. I said, fuck it. You know, they might kill me, but I'm taking some motherfuckers out with me.
So you doing this at 17, 18 years old?
Yeah, I ran straight towards him. And then when I got almost up on him, they was hollering, hey, yo, ho, slow down, bro. Slow down, man.
And excuse how low the video is. He just can't talk that loud because he ain't got no teeth. You know what I'm saying?
We ain't come to fight. They say, man, we don't know who put that shit out, man, but I've been eating cheese all my life. I ain't no goddamn rat, this and that. So that was the first situation I had to go into, straighten out. That's when my name got established. So now they gonna put me in a cell.
So they know who Fleece is at that point.
Yeah. So they put me in a cell with this big old black motherfucker. They call him Doc, Big Doc. Boy, this motherfucker look like shit. King Kong was some motherfucker. He had a big old, his nose was about the size of my fist. He had a big old nose, red eyes, and he was a big motherfucker with big fingers and shit. He just looked like he was just made to fight.
Yeah.
You know, like a gladiator type motherfucker. So I'm in a cell with him. They had double cells then. I stopped that. I'll tell you about that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this motherfucker, that's the one I was telling people about. It had that hole in the wall.
Yeah, that was to trick the younger people, right?
Yeah,
Go ahead and tell us about that, cause
yeah, he had a hole in his wall. See what he did? It was a hole in his wall. So he took a little balloon thing and put some baby powder in her and blowed it up to where it swelled up. So he pressed it into the hole, stuck it in her.
Oh.
And then took a sheet of paper and put some cement on it. And when it hardened, he taped it over the hole and then painted over it where it looked like, you know, the regular wall and shit. Like, I didn't know the shit was there.
mm-hmm.
So he started talking crazy and shit. He got to fuck something, all this old shit.
He got a what?
Fuck something.
Oh, okay. He trying to get somebody to mess with.
Nah, he was trying to fuck me. So that's what his mind was on, right? He was trying to fuck me, right?
Yeah.
So back that time, the door opened. We went out for chow, right? So I was telling some of my friends out there, man, this big black motherfucker. And so they gave me a little knife, little knife. Because the butcher knife I used on the other incident, I had to get rid of that because if they caught me with it, they was going to charge me with it, you know, an outside charge.
Mm-hmm.
So I got another knife. So I went back, you know, the thing, so this nigga put on a pair of shorts. They had a lot of holes in it. Whenever he walked, his shit would pop out of one of the holes, right?
Oh.
And he would put it back in his drawers. And
Are you talking about this thing?
I said, this is a nasty ass nigga right here.
No.
I ain't gonna lie, I was afraid. I was actually afraid. And then when that nigga sounded off and hit that damn wall, and his arm went through there and bust that thing, and it made a big old boom noise, like he knocked the bricks out of the goddamn wall, right? And all this shit was floating in the air. I didn't know it was baby powder. I thought it was fragments of cement.
Right.
You know, the dust.
You thought his fist was that
Yeah,
hard.
and his arm was white and shit. And I was like, and he run up on me. Nigga, do I gotta fight you, nigga? Nigga, I'm like, shit. The fuck I'm gonna do? This nigga gonna give him some good ass, right? And I wasn't thinking about fighting. I was like, man, if I'm gonna let this nigga penetrate me, man. You know. And he made one mistake. Cause when I moved that little knife, cause I already had that knife, it stuck my leg, right?
Mm-hmm.
It brought me back to my senses. Nigga, you got a knife right here. Man, I gripped that mother. I'm left-handed, but I gripped that with my right hand, right? Because it was sitting on my right side.
Right.
And I ain't had time to switch it over to the left, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I just came up with it, slap, and just ripped all that open, right? Up there. It cut him good, right?
Damn.
He ran to the door. Guard! So I ran him back up and hit his ankles and shit, right? Brought him down to the ground. And I stabbed the shit out of him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when the guards finally came up to him, to the cell, they was telling me I done backed all the way up to the back by the toilet, and they like, it's gonna be all right. Just put the knife down. Put it down. I was shaking and everything, man.
Right.
Blood everywhere. Well, I finally gave them the knife. They took this nasty nigga and they transferred him. I don't know if he died or what. I went to the hole. They did the same thing, let me out. They ain't even give me an outside charge for that, because they know what type of motherfucker he was. He was one of them types.
Right.
Yeah.
So then everything started going good. You know, people start thinking twice before they tried me, and you know,
Yeah, for messing with Fleet.
and they looked at me like I was the only black person in that would fight back. I mean, really fight back. And so I had a thing, man. I kept seeing these sisters.
All right, Fleece. So now you seeing men in thongs and swimming suits and all that. What was that about?
Well, the prison, if you really look at it, I mean, it's common sense. If you go to a woman's prison.
So the big nigga tried to take his butt by acting like he Hulk and shit. So from acting like that, he thought he had him a fresh piece of ass. That's what he thought, you know. That's what he thought.
The person that
But we gonna get back into this shit.
is running that prison is the Dykes. They the one that whooped the girl. And Eddyville was the same way back then. It was mostly populated with this gay shit, you know. And these sisters had so much power where if you spoke bad to one of them, they kill you, you know. You had to.
Who would kill you?
The inmates, they husbands and boyfriends and all the gay motherfuckers, right?
Mm.
And so you got to address them as like you would address a woman.
Ma'am, miss.
Yeah, ma'am, miss, yes ma'am, no ma'am, and all this shit, right?
Mm.
And call them a she.
How old are you at this time?
I'm still 17 when all this is going on, man. Wow. And I'm just now getting, you know, so I said, man, fuck this shit, right? So I started disliking all that shit, you know, but they had one that come in I'm talking about this motherfucker's ass was so fat.
What?
And he was, this was like a motherfucker, like he was a baby mama. That motherfucker's ass was fat, ungodly fat, right?
Right.
And he gets in the shower with me. And we was the only two in the shower. And I turned around and I seen that soap going down his back through the crack of his eye. I said, God damn.
What?
And I knew I had a problem right there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously. I said, fuck this shit, man. I ain't cut like that.
But
right?
you hadn't done nothing then.
I ain't done shit.
Okay.
And so it's I say about 8 to 10 years in, you know, motherfucker get tired of all that jacking off shit. You know, and being that I came in so early, I didn't have no memories of girls that I don't fuck, because I ain't even had a woman yet. You know, because I was in jail at 14. I ain't even fuck with a woman yet. You know, ain't never kissed one, none of that shit. Now I'm in the penitentiary around all this shit, right? So, you know, you switch from masturbating to looking at freak magazines, you know, porn magazines.
Right.
So that was the big thing, you know, but you get bored on that shit. You get burnt out on it, you know. And then, you know, something got to give, man.
So you wasn't necessarily gay when you went in, because you didn't even like seeing it at first.
No, I wasn't gay, period.
Okay.
You know, when I went in that motherfucker, I hated that shit.
Right.
You know, I hated the sight of it. you know. And when I used to rob them on the streets and shit, right, I used to smack them all that shit, right. I remember when I got locked up in jail before I went to prison, all them sisters was hollering, 30 years, that's that motherfucker that robbed us on the street, all that shit. And now back to the penitentiary, man, you see so much shit going on in there. It's like a different environment, different community.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a different world for real.
Yeah.
And everybody was into it. They was kissing, they allowed it back then. And we had a swimming pool in that prison.
You had a swimming pool in
Man,
prison?
This is a maximum security prison, one of the toughest in America.
With a
And we
fucking
had a
swimming pool.
We had a swimming pool, we had go-karts, roller skates, indoor,
No wonder they
outdoor,
had
all
bathing
that
suits
shit.
moving
Wow.
all throughout
See,
Europe.
the correction cabinet in Kentucky, they didn't want to put us to the strict shit that other prisons in other states put their prisoners through, right?
Right.
They felt like this is our community. As long as we respect it, they gonna give us privileges, you know. Roller skates, we got a swimming pool, we got a real softball court, baseball, football field. We had a basketball full court inside of a gym. We had one outside. We had another one outside. We had 4 full court basketball. I mean, we had it all that shit, right? So, but here's what they did. They used to have something they call saltpeter. That's what they put in your food, right?
Saltpeter?
Yeah, it's supposed to
Saltpeter.
produce something in you where you can't get hard.
Okay.
Keep
Okay.
your shit
Yeah,
soft.
that's okay.
But if you put too much in it'll have the reverse effect. You know, it'll make everybody hard.
Oh.
So the inmates that worked in the kitchen called themselves like playing jokes and shit. Most of them was gay, so they wanted to see that shit. So they would put a lot of it in the food.
Wow.
And you'll walk around all day long hard and
Hard as
shit,
hell.
looking at each other. Everybody want to stir each other down and shit. You know, like, who's gonna give it up? Give what up? I mean, goddamn. I mean, we all sitting here hard and motherfuckers, whoever got the fattest ass, I guess, you know. But that didn't really resonate to me, and I'm gonna keep it real 100 though. After about 10 years in, man, I'm burnt out on masturbating, jacking off, reading, looking at freak books.
Yeah.
So by that time, my reputation in there done picked up, right? I done fought so many battles and fights and stuff. I ain't lost shit. I ain't lose one fight in none.
None.
You know, I fought
one.
inmates, I fought the racist motherfuckers, I fought all the cliques. You know, all that Crip and Blood and GDs, all that shit went on the streets when I was last out. But while I was locked up, all that stuff started coming into prison. You know, and then they started taking away our privileges because these young motherfuckers would come in, start their bullshit. Everybody in blue want to fight everybody in red. Now there's some prison, right?
Yeah, the ignorant shit.
So they took all our clothes, took our shoes, started taking all our shit. You know, so I said, shit, fuck it. You know, I gotta live a life in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know.
You gotta do something.
So I seen
They
one of
coming
them
in
running
fucking
his
your shit
mouth.
up.
Light skinned motherfucker. He was out of Newburgh in Louisville. And I was talking about how tough he was and shit, right? And so one day I went to the shower and him and his little road dogs, they came in the shower, they talking about whooping somebody and all that shit. But when I turned around and looked and see who was doing all that talking, I saw him. Man, his ass was so fat. I said, goddamn. He need to give that ass up. What is he talking about fighting who, nigga? You need to give somebody some booty, nigga. And so I didn't say nothing to him right then and there, right? But we knew. We knew all that shit was just talk, right?
Right.
Most of them coming on that gangster shit, man, they ain't gangsters for real, bro. They ain't gangsters for real. It's a shield.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shield. When you see people acting tough for no reason.
Protection,
right?
like a protection mechanism.
Yeah, it's a protection mechanism. It's like they erected a shield, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing you can see is what they talking.
Mm-hmm.
You can't see what's behind.
Bro, I done met so many fucking people like that real life, and I know exactly what he talking about. It's like you can literally be doing the most normal shit ever, and somebody won't like the normal shit that you doing, and they'll be like, fuck is you doing, you know, whoop-de-whoop, you know, just talking mess, man, like on some hard, just like some gangster shit, like you saying, you know. Come on, man.
Behind it, right?
Right.
And as you bust through that motherfucking shield, you'll see who's behind it. A cowboy, a gay motherfucker. You ain't got your guns in there, bro.
Right.
You know, and you try to click up with motherfuckers, and if they ain't got your back, you on your own. You know, and when you break down the clicks and get a motherfucker on his own, you can just walk up to him.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
taking ass in prison, let me tell you, they give it up. Don't nobody take shit.
You ain't got to
Telling niggas.
take nothing.
You don't gotta take shit. You can just break through that little shield they got up, all that tough talk shit. Break through that. It's something they wanna do, man. They wanna give it up.
Wow.
You know, and I started picking up time and shit, and I went down with 12 years and picked up 40.
Yeah, we gonna get into that because I think that's pretty wild. You had a 12-year bid and end up doing 40. All right, Fleece. Now you about 10 years in, so you're in your mid-20s, and now what's going on in your life in prison at this point?
Well, the first thing that goes on in people's lives in prison is the people on the streets, loved ones, and your family. Turn their back on you, bro. Stop sending you money. Don't come to visit you. You just like on your own. Don't nobody want to fuck with you, you know. And I'm like, fuck them. I don't need them anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
So prison is just like the streets, you know, in a certain way because we got to live in there and survive, and people get robbed in there all the time. If you got money, you better know how to fight. If you don't know how to fight, somebody gonna take your money and take your ass and all that with it, you know. And so I started running shit, you know.
Let me ask you. I don't mean to interrupt you. Let me ask you a question real quick because you said it's been said that you was taking ass, and you just said there you don't have to take no ass.
Nah, you don't have to take shit. Motherfuckers give you ass, man. I'm gonna ask everybody to listen to this shit. Now, I'm gonna ask you this. What is the big fucking difference? Ass is ass. In my book. You know.
In your book because of where you are at the time.
Yeah, no,
Period.
On the streets in prison, ass is ass, you know, to me. You know, ass is ass, bro. I mean, you know, you like out here in society, you got a lot of women out here.
Right.
You know, and motherfuckers don't need to go that route. You know, you got ladies out here, you got motherfuckers out here you can fuck for a bird. $2, $10, shit like that.
Right.
You never need to go do anything, you know, but in the penitentiary, how many people you know is strong enough? You know, you got a lot of fake motherfuckers that sit there and tell you a lot of shit about.
One time I was on U-Boat and I said this exact same shit to a nigga trying to test his gangster and shit. And I swear to God, I shit y'all not. I said it 4 times. I said, nigga, you did how long? He said, I did 3 years. I said, you was fucking booty hole. Hold on. Let me say it like this. I said, nigga, you did how many years in prison? 3 years, I said, you was fucking booty hole. I said, okay. No, I wasn't, nigga. No, I wasn't, nigga. I'm a tough ass nigga, nigga. I'm gangster, nigga. I'm blood, nigga. I said, you was fucking booty hole. He said, nigga, come find out, nigga. I said, come find out what? He said, nigga, I'll take your ass, nigga. Carry on.
And I did 30 years or 40 years or 20-something years, and ain't nothing I ain't never did. He's lying. That's a goddamn lie.
It was said again. I'm sorry. He did.
You got people that get out of prison that done did a lot of prison time, over 15 years, and they try to tell people when they get out, yeah, man, I was strong, and man, I held up. He's lying like shit. He didn't do shit, but what everybody else did in the penitentiary, they sneak around, get their dick sucked, fuck somebody in the ass, buy ass. They sell ass in them sisters in our sells it. You know, just like prostitutes do on the streets. And them sisters in our look like women. Behave like them, conduct themselves like them, talk like them, and they have all the women traits. You know, they have the big hips, the big butts, the small waistlines. Some of them got titties, you know, and some of them is just think they was women. And it's hard for a motherfucker that been in for a long time to see them keep walking back and forth past your cell with all their booty hanging out and shit, not trying to get none, you know.
Right.
And so, it's like it is on the street. Whoever got the most money can get whatever the fuck he wants in the penitentiary. You gotta have money to get it. That's why I ran stores, poker games. I did all kinds of shit, right? And I accumulated a lot of money in our right.
You started doing this in your mid-20s to late 20s?
No, I was in my 30s when I started making all that money.
Okay.
And I put my nieces and nephews through college.
So at that point, you accepted you was going to be there for the rest of your life?
Yeah. I done picked up so much time, I said I ain't going to never get out because I ain't going to never accept no disrespect. I'm not going to let no motherfucker disrespect me and just pat him on the back. No, I'm going to fuck your ass up, right?
Right.
And so,
Okay.
one guy
Standing on business.
owed me, you know, he thought he was slick. You know, like in penitentiary, he owed me, well, he bought a pack of cigarettes. So, you got to pay 2 back.
2 packs back?
Yeah, you know, give him a week, give him on a Friday. Always pay on Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
Come Friday, he said his money didn't come in, so the 2 went to 3 as interest. So when he didn't pay that the next week, the 3 went to 5, and the 5 to 8, on up. And eventually, this motherfucker owed me 8 boxes of cigarettes. Then his money finally came, you know. So he gonna try to shortcut me. You know, he gonna give me 4 boxes of cigarettes. I said, hey, bro, you owe me 8. I know I owed you, and I don't know what else to do. I said, well, I'm gonna tell you what to do. Pay me my goddamn money. You know, pay me my goddamn money. And I looked at him real hard, like, you know, yeah. He said, I said, yeah, I am serious. Pay me my money, I'll give me some ass. You know, he said, I don't play that shit.
What?
He said, I said, yeah, I am serious. Pay me my money, I'll give me some ass. You know, he said, I don't play that shit. I don't do that. I don't do this. And I said, all right, bro. Well, I'll see you tomorrow then. He already know what that means. You know, I'll see you tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So before we came out of our cells, the next day he sent a note down. And in the note he said, do you know a place where we can go, where you can do it, where we won't get caught?
Wow.
And I'm gonna keep it real with you. I fucked the shit out of him. Yeah, I did. I fucked him. I felt good about it, right? I fucked him hard. You know, hard.
And this was a man that wasn't even doing
This
it.
was a motherfucker that claimed he. And I'm gonna keep it real with you. I fucked the shit out of him. Yeah, I did. I fucked his ass and I felt good about it, right? I fucked him. Fucked him hard. You know, hard.
And this was a man that wasn't even doing
This
it.
was a motherfucker that claimed he wasn't gay, he didn't do shit, he wasn't like it. But he owed me.
motherfucker, you.
Pay me, motherfucker. You know, he gave me some booty. I said, damn, it was good. It was good ass right there. So I'm living my life in the penitentiary. You know, I'll never getting back out. That's what I thought. I'm never going back to the streets, so I might as well make a life of this. I'm getting me a motherfucking wife in this motherfucker, you know.
Yeah, you going into what, 20 years in at this point?
Yeah, I need me a goddamn wife or something. I need motherfuckers to suck my dick on the regular. I need to fuck ass, whatever, jack me off, whatever you want to do. And if you want to consider that something wrong to do, then don't get on me, get on the lawmakers.
Yeah.
Cause they the motherfuckers that put motherfuckers in these penitentiaries, all males and all females in the same, you know, just separators.
Yeah.
You know, and the Bible says, in the beginning when God created man, what made God create the woman? You go back to the beginning of the Bible, it'll say, it is not good that a man should be alone. Why ain't it good? Well, I just told you why. Cause if you ain't got, they gonna fuck each other. Somebody, motherfuckers dicks get hard, they fucking. It's as simple as that, fucking. So, people like, look at it like, it's mad. No, it's life.
It's life.
And if you was locked up, you'd be doing the same shit. I don't give a fuck who you are listening to this shit. If you was locked up, after you get in about 8 to 10 years in that motherfucker, yeah, you gonna get your dick sucked on the slick side. It was a whole lot of these little gangsters in the
I
world
believe.
trying to sneak around doing shit, right?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Fleece.
So it's a whole lot of little tough guys come out of my city, Louisville. They come in there and try to, you know, these is fly niggas. These is niggas that hit all the women on the streets and shit, right? Well, here's the thing you ain't realizing. And all you young motherfuckers is out there fucking, keep this in your man. That same sex drive you had on the streets, well, you just gotta fuck all the time. You fuck this girl, go across town, fuck another girl, fuck your best friend's girl, and all this shit. That same sex drive will go with you when you get locked up.
Listen, man, I done spoke about that so many times, bro. Listen. People be trying to act like, cause I listen, man. If y'all know me personally, y'all know how I am. When I sit up and tell people, like, how crazy, first of all, sex sells, crime sells, it's just, bro, how horny people be. And then they judge people who go through shit like this. It took him. He was honest. That motherfucker said, "Look, it took me a few years. I'd be surprised if most motherfuckers make it a month, couple months, for real. Real talk. Especially them motherfuckers who always got a new chick. It's real shit. He not laying. He keeping it so 100. He fuck booty hole. And he honest about it, bro. This nigga, like, look at him, man. Look.
And that urge to have sex that urge to come to get that feeling, that sexual release. That goes with you. That don't stop at the prison gate. That goes in there with you. You know, and a lot of them in there, they follow ladies around the yard all day long, jacking off on them and hiding and all this. They call them butt bandits, booty bandits, and all this shit. They got over 150 motherfuckers in Eddyville.
And I'm sure it's motherfuckers who won't say this. They'll take some pussy before they give up some ass or go take some ass from a man. They'll take some pussy from one of the guards. Let's face reality now. Reality. Real. Oh shit, I muted it.
In Eddyville and all this shit. They got over 150 motherfuckers in Eddyville. They come out of their cell every day looking for one thing, booty. They don't want no goddamn food, canteen, or nothing. They want ass. That's what they come out looking for. And if they find any weakness in you, they come to get it. They don't give a fuck how you look. So these young people come in with these real high sex drives and shit. So one dude, I got tired of hearing his mouth. He was talking about these nasty ass sissies down here. That's all he got down there is sissies and all this shit. Little pretty motherfucker. You know, it's one of them type of niggas on the street. All the ladies would say, ooh, he's so cute. And all, yeah, niggas in prison say he's cute too. He's a baby doll. Niggas a baby doll in prison. The cute nigga on the street is a baby doll. And every woman, all you ladies out here that have a man, you know if your man got a fat ass or not. You know, let that go through your man. Do he have a little fat ass or what? So when they you know, let that go through your man. I hope your man got a fat ass. And all you ladies out here that have a man, you know if your man got a fat ass or not. You know, let that go through your man. Do he have a little fat ass or what? So when they get him, so I got to hear him dude run his mouth so bad. Mm-hmm. And I done already fucked one of these motherfuckers, right? A couple of them at that time, right?
Yeah.
So I'm offended, right? So I tell a sissy, I say, look, I'll pay you. See what he's about, right? About 2 months later, the sissy came back and told me, said, guess what? I said, what? Said, we kissed. I said, you kissed who? And when he told me, I said, oh, little gangster nigga talking all this shit. I said, yeah. I said, all right, keep me posted. Next thing you know, he gave the sissy some head. Then sissy said he was fucking. So I'm like, hold up. I got to see this with my own eyes, right? Can you set it up? Where I can walk in with a crowd of niggas from Louisville and bust this motherfucker, right? Catch him right in the head. And we did. And that sissy was hammering in his head. I'm talking about he was throwing log in him, bro. You know, you think a motherfucker's a sissy, he ain't got no, these motherfuckers had dicks bigger than ours, right? And sissy was turning that ass up and I just turned his butt up. And I called him and I dramatized it. I said, oh, god damn. God damn. What's that, a tree trunk coming out of your ass, nigga? And so later on, he came to sit down and talk. He said, can I talk to you? I said, yes. What's up, man? He said, hey, police. Man, I know you thought you saw what I said, look, bitch. Don't even come to me with that shit. I saw you take a dick in your ass, you a bitch, and it's all to it. You a bitch. So, you know, that happens a lot, and it's a lot of them. It's up in the hundreds. They come out of prison in Kentucky. I don't know about the other prisons, right. But in Kentucky, they done fucked around. A lot of them done been fucked. And they only done some dick and all this been coming in.
Appreciate the follow, gang. Appreciate you, boss man. Appreciate you. Welcome to the stream. Fleece Johnson took a lot of ass in his life in prison. Let's get back into it.
They done fucked around. A lot of them done been fucked. And they own it. They done sucked dicks and all this. They come right out. You know, whatever you do is on you. You know, they get these girls. And they come right back out here in the streets on all that front shit, you know. And since I've been out, I'm out of prison now. And since I've been out, I'm married and shit, you know. My wife, we be sitting on the porch. Motherfuckers come up, motherfuckers I ain't even thought about. Come up out, is that Felice? I said, yeah. What's up, dog? Nigga, hey. I said, this is my wife, Darlene. So they go, I mean my wife. And so they be like, hey, your husband, you know, he's a good man, he saved my life and all that shit. And all that. And a lot of them, I won't say shit about them. You know, that's in the past, man. I'm not going to put your business out here and see that you get out here and do a lot of fronting and shit, right? You know, I had one front the other day, about a month ago, he killed a motherfucker in prison. And so he's out here, I helped him get a job. And this motherfucker's running his mouth about how tough he is and shit, right? He had everybody work around him coming to me and say, hey, man, you need to talk to your little buddy, man. Hey. I said, what? Man, this motherfucker said he was whooping shit in prison and all that. I said, had he killed the motherfucker? I said, he did. I said, what? He said, you was the only motherfucker. He ain't never fought, but he know he can whoop you. I said, whoop who? I said, you didn't say that shit. They said, yeah. So I went to him in front of him. I said, bruh, you run around telling motherfuckers all this shit you did in the penitentiary, who you killed, and yeah, you killed a motherfucker, you know? And you will fight, but you can't whoop me. Plus you a bitch. You know, you won't put it out there? I was in there when you sucked dicks, took it in your ass. You know, you even wanted me to be your man, but I didn't want you. I said, is I'm lying?
Is I'm lying?
He turned his back and said, you win that, brother. And he said like that, right? And I hated to do that because sometimes you step on that. He turned his back and said, you win that, brother. And didn't say nothing else, right? And I hated to do that, but you know, sometimes you step up to motherfucker. Yeah. I'm a real motherfucker. I keep it 100, 100. I keep it gutter.
You got to.
I don't give a fuck about what any motherfucker think about me.
None of that.
And because anybody got something to say about me, I got something to say about them. Yeah. So we can, you know. I mean, what sense would it make for a prostitute to say that somebody that have sex with men, he's a dog?
Right.
What about what you do?
There it is. All
what
day.
does a motherfucker baby raper look like running his mouth towards somebody? See, in prison, we had a code in them. As long as you wasn't a rat and wasn't the police, and you didn't do that baby raping shit, hey, we ain't got no love for you. You know, as long as you keep it real, right?
Yeah.
But them motherfuckers that do all that other shit, yeah.
Trying to front.
But I wanna, since I've been out, I done had a lot of people confront me. Say, oh, you the booty man. You the booty man, you the... Oh, fuck you. I said, I'm what? Said, are you the booty man? I saw your documentary, this and that, all that shit. You know, I said, what you want to do, suck my dick?
Right.
Is that what you want me to do, fuck you in your ass? Oh, no, I was just saying, man, I like the documentary, all that bullshit. But here's what I want to tell all my young G's, man, because even though I'm up in age now, I still got my youngness.
And we gonna cut it right here after this. Go ahead. Go explain.
I want all my young niggas to know throughout the whole country, bro.
Talk to us.
Hey, you gotta watch yourself when you go in them places. Your best friends will set you up. I've seen that so many times. Motherfuckers will sell motherfuckers in there. You know, you come in the penitentiary, think a motherfucker's gonna ride with you, die with you, and all that shit. But you don't know when you came in, the motherfucker you think is gonna ride him down, he done already been bitched out.
Yeah.
You know.
Every time.
And when you go in there, you don't give a fuck about what people think about you, bro. I don't give a fuck about what nobody think about. I know who I am, right? Nigga, and like I said in that first interview, nigga, I'm a warrior for real. But warrior or not, you can put King Kong in the penitentiary, and I bet you he fucked some ass in there. You know, if he do 40 years in there, he gonna fuck some ass, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm not sitting here asking for sympathy, for you to look at me any different from how you look at. I don't give a fuck how you look at me. I tell a person in a heartbeat. I heard somebody say, you know, one day, I got a lot of respect for you. I said, no, keep your respect. I don't need a shit. They don't put food on my table, clothes on my back, or shoes on my feet. So your respect don't mean shit to me. Whether I got it or I don't have it. And that's what I'm telling every one of you, listen to this shit. I don't give a fuck what you think about it. Yeah, I did it. But I ain't never took it, didn't have to take it. Ass fell in my lap. I had motherfuckers sitting on his dick, you know. And yeah, you got to be a man to take all this, right?
Let's save a little bit for him next time. Hey, this is Big Lee, Hustler Spirit. We interviewing Fleece. We're going to get right back at him, too. It's another interview. I'm going to drop these little snippets, and we're going to get right back to the interview. Y'all have a good day.
All right, y'all. So, you know what? I'm gonna say it like this. Listen, if y'all wanna watch this was amazing. This was like very great. I really think this was a great opportunity for people to see and tap into the personality of Fleece Johnson for real, beyond the documentary from years back. If y'all want to go watch ahead before I do another video, go check out Hustler Spirit. This is just part 1. Yeah, man. Yeah, listen, that life is crazy. No, he is not dead. Fleece Johnson is not dead. He will not be. No, bro, it's been almost a whole year since he's been released. A whole year and something. Year and some change, or 2 years, I think. But he been out. And he tells every story. Listen, man, look. We gonna get back into this, but if y'all want to watch ahead instead of waiting for me to drop another video, which will be tomorrow or later, go check out Hustler Spirit on YouTube, man. I don't know why they only have 29,000 subscribers. They doing like really hefty work. 600,000 views, only 29K, man. Hey, let's go fix that. But hey, y'all, listen, if y'all enjoy what y'all seeing, make sure y'all smack that follow button on Twitch and Kick. If you enjoy what you're watching on YouTube, make sure y'all smack that subscribe button, like, comment, and let me know how I'm doing in the comments. I appreciate everybody tuning in. And Retro Gang, we out. Peace.